So there was status, there was different types of, the question was about houses, and the type of house you had showed your amount of wealth you and your family had accumulated, your status in the community, and usually the biggest house, that was considered the head man, and he kind of organized work parties and had the community help build that larger house to some extent, because being that leadership figure in the community, he would be expected to host any out-of-town guests. If they were hosting a dance or ceremony of some kind, then or shinny games or gambling tournaments or anything, then a lot of that took place at the headman's house, and he would be expected to put those people up. So there's a lot of details of culture that it's hard to cover all these things here, so we're kind of talking in generalities. Anybody else want to add to that?
Robert was talking about toughening up, and I think today compared to yesterday, we got toughened up today. One of the things we've been doing yesterday and today was being down at Slyter Festival at Reedsport, and we have a number of school buses would come in. I think there were second, third, fourth, maybe fifth graders too, would come in, and each tribal member had a different station. Patty was tribal history, storytelling. I was doing tule ducks, and when Patty was talking about tules, that's one of the things that they used in the houses that they could make mats out of and use them, put them on the floor to sleep on, or you could make a basket with, or you could make a container that you put your dried foods or venison in, and then seal it up so that none of the animals like squirrels and stuff would get in there and get into your stash of winter's food that you have put away. So this is one of the things I've been doing these last 2 days. We've been making the little play tule ducks that the kids could just use as a play toy and take it and they would float. But tules was very, they used them a number of different ways, making hats, capes and different things. And so they used them a lot, so that was important. And we talk about different houses, and I know on the Siletz reservation they have what they call a dance house. And in our reservation we have what we call just a plank house. And the difference between them is like a dance house is a ceremonial thing, and they're just special things, and you have to, there's special ways to enter it and to leave it, and things you have to do right to the T, or there's a penalty to pay. So when we was building our plank house, it's like Patty was saying, it's dug down, and then there's a kind of upper level where a family could put down their tule mats and sleep around that. So we call ours like a plank house, would be just like a ordinary house. It's not a ceremonial house. And I think the Copwells also call theirs like a plank house, because their floor looks like dirt, but it's not really dirt. It's something else, but it looks like dirt. And they have a gas fire pit there.
It's the high-tech plank house.
High-tech, but it's beautiful and it smells so nice because of the cedar, the huge big logs. And so, but ours is, we have the regular old fire that you have to go out there and get your firewood from and sit around, and you could see maybe a lot of the Indians had trouble with their eyes. And if you sit in there a while, because once in a while we go down there and they have flutes and they play flutes. You sit in there a while and pretty soon you're just as smoky as everything else, and you can't see hardly anything. That smoke stays right in your clothes, so you're
That's why they were outside all the time.
Yeah. So that's real interesting about the different houses that people could have, and then they're talking about your permanent house, and then your little houses out in the summer, like you're taking your trailer house and going off of someplace. That's not your permanent house, but then they made some little shelter that would keep the rain off of them, or keep them more safe, or from the winds, or from the wild animals and stuff. And so we had many a number of things to keep, go out there and keep going, because if you went fishing, you know, a lot of people just make camp, and that's what they do. They just make a shelter for a day or two or a week, or how long it's ever going to take you to catch that many fish that you want to take back home with you. So that's one of the number of things. And